Just days before his father's second inauguration last January, President Trump's teenage son Barron placed an urgent call for help to police in London. Quote, "I'm calling from the U.S., Barron Trump told an operator at the UK's 999 emergency line. I just got a call from a girl, she's getting beat up, adding, it's really an emergency." That call's transcript released by prosecutors now key evidence in the London trial of 22-year-old Russian national Matvey Rumyantsev, accused of rape and assault, which he denies. The January attack allegedly witnessed in part by Trump, whose late-night video call to the victim was briefly answered by the defendant, whom Trump would describe in an email to prosecutors as a, quote, shirtless man with darkish hair, according to British media covering the trial. The victim reportedly praising Trump in testimony Wednesday, quote, "He helped save my life. That call was like a sign from God at that moment." Barron Trump, the only son of the president and First Lady Melania Trump, keeps a low public profile with no public speeches and few appearances. His father crediting the teen for his help finding ways to reach young voters.
He knew the youth vote.
On the night of the incident, the operator pressed Trump for details about the victim and how he knew her. Quote, "I don't think those details matter. She's getting beat up," Trump replies, adding, "I met her on social media." British media reporting that the defendant testified today that he told the victim in the fall of 2024 that he was, quote, upset about her talking to Barron Trump. Both the White House and the First Lady's office declined to comment on this case. Tom?
Garrett, thank you. When we return at 6, we thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube.
It's February 2025, time for your Fediverse News. 3 cheers to Eugenia Rochka, or in my native tongue, Eugene Rochko. Father handed his children the Mastodon keys, garage, and a big old hug to a new Mastodon non-profit. This includes which stands in stark contrast to Eugene Rochko. Because problem solver for Fediverse pain points. For example, stepping back from that position to
I think the policies that I've heard from RT, they make a lot of sense.
That's how making it easy to get started. Creation of a non-profit entity becomes for February 2025.
Let's check in with meteorologist Adam Klotz for our Fox weather forecast. Hey, good morning, y'all. For a big weather system like you're talking about, we obviously need cold air. There is plenty of that out there. Frigid temperatures. These are your wind chills across the northern plains, the upper Midwest right now. Negative 43 is what it feels like in Minneapolis. Look at that, negative 32 in Chicago. All of this cold air is going to be mixing with some moisture that's going to be sweeping across the country. And then all of a sudden, look at all these winter weather advisories, from extreme cold to cold weather advisories. All of this ultimately turning into big winter storms that are sweeping across the country. The cold air is going to be a part of this because ice is likely going to take down power lines. I'll show you more on that in just a minute. We're kind of still waiting for this to come together. This is some of that energy that's going to be shooting out of the desert Southwest, ultimately running across New Mexico, getting into Texas, Oklahoma. That is where this entire system begins before it sweeps across the rest of the country. On the southern tier of this system, you're looking at a big ice maker. On the northern end of this, that is where the snow is going to fall. In the snow, you could be seeing large swaths of the country that could be seeing a foot of snow, but beginning with that ice, that could be the most dangerous of all this. Obviously, it's going to make driving really difficult, but when you start to talk about half of an inch of ice, maybe up to an inch of an ice, that takes down power lines, that takes down trees, and then that takes down power, maybe for days in some of these locations. But you're getting into Texas, the Dallas area, probably from Little Rock, getting over into Mississippi. These are areas where the ice is going to be the worst, and then it's going to, again, really thicken up as you get into the Mid-Atlantic, get into the Carolinas, get into the Virginia area. Those are the spots where the ice will be the worst. Those are the spots where we're looking at the most widespread power outages. Everything here in the red are places where the power could go down and go down for days. If it does so, look at the temperatures behind this. So you're talking about power out, and then feels like temperatures by Sunday morning, or actual temperatures or wind chills. There we are, -5 degrees, 1 degree in Dallas, -11 degrees in Oklahoma City, 0 in Little Rock. Frigid temperatures for folks trying to ride out these power outages. Otherwise, just a little bit to the north of that, we start to talk about snow. These pink colors, maybe 8 inches of snow, getting up towards a foot of snow in some of these cases. That continues to be the case as you ultimately push up around the northeast. All of these purple colors, 12 inches of snow. I wouldn't be surprised if some of these areas saw 14, 15, 16 inches of snow. Isolated areas we see here and there. 95 corridor is going to be a big spot to pay attention to. Snowfall totals could be really impressive. That going Sunday into Monday. So this is a storm that begins later today, and it's going to take us all the way through the weekend into early next week. Guys.
All right, thanks so much. Let's bring in Ken Graham, director of the NOAA's National Weather Service. This seems pretty bad. The oldest in so many years. And the high to the last minute, we're wondering, did anything change? From your models, could anything change at the last minute?
Well, you know, what's not going to change is this is going to be a big, impactful event. I mean, I was looking at our weather.gov website, and 2,000 miles of watches and warnings. It's just absolutely incredible. More than half the country is going to experience winter weather, so not much is going to change. There's small details, how much snow, how much ice, a little movement north and south, but the big takeaway for the public is you got to be ready. This is a big, impactful storm, three-pronged, right? You're going to have the cold air coming in that's going to last for more than a week. You're going to have the snow, 8 to 12 inches, if not more in some places, and the devastating, catastrophic in some areas, ice that could knock out power, knock down power lines, trees, and that's a prolonged event and a dangerous event. So air travel, ground travel, a big impact, that's not going to change. That's going to happen.
Yeah, Ken, what's your advice to people who might be thinking about, should I go to work on Monday? Do we send the kids to school on Monday, or school districts that are watching? What's your advice for if someone has something planned, a meeting? Give us give us some of your advice, please.
I love that question. And it's because everyone's thinking this, right? Like, what can I do? Can I travel? The big thing is just stay off the roads. I mean, listen to the local officials is the big thing. I mean, there's, check on each other. There's warming shelters. Local officials are setting up, different resources for people. But the big thing is listen to local officials. If schools are closed, stay home, stay put, because it's not just the snow. In some places, it's the snow, and it'll be sleet and ice. We're going to have large areas of sleet, with making travel absolutely hazardous. So the big thing is, stay home, have supplies, and be ready.
So the maps we're looking at show the storm's movement eastward as it comes from the west towards the East Coast. And from what I see, I mean, if you're all the way from Charleston north of New York,
that makes this even more interesting.
Yeah, absolute bullseye. And it's interesting, the track makes a difference. I mean, these small movements in any of the parameters, right? The cold air or the low pressure coming out of the desert
southwest. In this case, I enabled password authentication over SSH, which is something that you probably should never do, but I wanted to show you as an example.
10 to 12,000 feet. What that means is those are the areas that we can see where you could get that freezing rain and that dangerous freezing rain area. So we've actually thrown everything at this at NOAA. We have an aircraft that went out to the Pacific to see how strong the low is out in the Pacific and the desert southwest that moves across. And the Gulf of America, we have another aircraft out there looking at how much moisture. We've thrown everything into this forecast to try to pinpoint those danger areas. So yeah, look at that bullseye you mentioned. Look, the bullseye in the Northeast, the bullseye Oklahoma, all the way towards portions of Tennessee, Kentucky. Any one of these areas, Arkansas, can see some of that ice and snow. Just the expanse, 2,000 miles. I mean, it's just an absolutely huge storm.
It's so weird. In the South, they're not used to it. I remember going to the Super Bowl in Dallas, and it was just a little bit of ice, and it was cataclysmic. They just couldn't handle it. But give this to people in Buffalo, that's cold any other day almost. So in the big picture, you worry about the grid. What should is there anything that could be done now to prepare cities and protect cities, make sure that power grid is viable?
I think a lot of it is just the public being ready, right? There's going to be areas that you can't help it. I mean, it's hard to protect power lines from trees that fall or power lines that fall from a half inch to an inch of ice. And at first that doesn't seem like much, right? A half inch or an inch. That is an incredible
operation, the military and law enforcement operation to take out Nicolas Maduro and his wife out of power in Venezuela, along with the overnight attack on some Venezuelan military installations. A lot of headlines coming out of this news conference, namely the president saying very plainly, we're going to run the country. The United States is going to run the country. The way he explains that is that Secretary of State Marco Rubio has been in contact with the vice president of Venezuela, Delcy Rodriguez, who has just been sworn in as president.
Looks like you may have a black sheep in the family. We saw Lisa Zhao
outside, right?
Yep, exactly. In the middle of the day.
Can you put it in the garage if the door's closed?
Yeah, I would get it outside. I would get it absolutely outside. Wouldn't even take those chances. Yeah.
Okay. I heard they can't. I saw one report. A guy was trying to find a generator in Texas. Went to so many different stores. Gone. So shop right now for groceries. Get water. Get a generator if you can.
And stock up on all your firewood.
Yep. Thank you so much.
Want even more Fox News on YouTube? Become a Fox News today. Join to find out how.
Just click the link in the description or go to buyraycon.com/coldfusionopen to save up to 20% off during this holiday season. Order by December 15th to guarantee delivery by Christmas, because great gifts like these earbuds shouldn't show up late. That's buyraycon.com/.
People that brought the lawsuit are people that are aligned with foreign nations that are now being treated fairly as opposed to just ripping us off and ripping us aside. So, but if we are not allowed to use what other people use against us, there's no defense.
That piece doesn't have to go out of.
That's why I think
Nature's Gun. We're going to take a break, but coming up next, our next shooter will be Tim Summers. Stay tuned for King of 2 Miles.
King of 2 Miles is being brought to you by Burger Bullets, the highest levels of precision. King of 2 Miles is being brought to you by Burger Bullets, the highest.
I'd like to see people get money, all the money that's going to the Democrat insurance companies. Insurance companies making a fortune. They're up 1,700% and taking down hundreds and Obamacare gives you terrible health care. Just so you understand, Obamacare.
Thank you.
New files sorted. 21 placed in worded folders. Quarantine 0 empty music folders.
Fuck you dickhead, cocksucker, mother, fucking bitch, chump, piece of shit bastard, fuck.
Okay, the 915, I can buy out.
There is an NVIDIA graphics card. We need to launch the driver manager to install the right drivers for the NVIDIA graphics card. And just to be clear, if you have Intel or AMD graphics, the best drivers will already be installed. But here for NVIDIA, we'll just...
What do you do?
Fuck you dickhead, cocksucker, mother, fucking bitch, chump, piece of shit bastard, fuck. Fuck you dickhead, cocksucker, mother, fucking bitch, chump, piece of shit bastard, fuck. Fuck you dickhead, cocksucker, mother, fucking bitch, chump, piece of shit bastard, fuck.
I was left to go use the restroom. I thought she was going to swap buses with you and then go use the restroom. 10-4. Okay. If you can meet her at the gas station at the corner of Horn and Greenwood. Horn and Greenwood.
Can you show me computers with the 3937 MacArthur Street with the result codes 1, made contact
38's already out there. 30, she's going to be getting 30.
I hate the police. You have to hate the police.
Okay, show us clear up the Greenwood SPID.
No, negative. I don't have any other
Pillar of fire by night, cloud by day, downtrodden and Mr. President, we will not amend that sentence now. Not liberty, Mr. President, for your family as I preside.
District 1.
For your children at my
The founder and current CEO of the Free Store Corpus Christi.
I hate the police. You have to hate the police.
Diploma in architecture by diploma in architecture to do design, architectural modeling design, which involves digital and which is called digital and which is entrepreneur skills as well the entrepreneur skills as well and the police who are here will be able to bring the police who are here them will be able to bring the guys and tell them you can be.
I hate the mayor and the police. You have to hate the police. I don't ever send the dumbass police.
Why is the big fucking deal about water? Give us fucking water service.
A lucky escape for our future home. Because had Jupiter continued on its inward path, Earth might never have formed at all. But just as it looked like it would sweep everything away, Jupiter stopped in its tracks. On its inward journey, Jupiter had transformed the inner solar system, sweeping away the forms of giant planets and leaving just enough material for Mars, Earth, Venus and Mercury to fill. But the stage was...
Whatever you like, whatever you think. Matter of fact, let's do a poll. When you guys are done watching this video, go to the community page and you pick. What do you think is a good name? An NGU or a DAP? I don't know. You pick it. Now, before I explain how this would work, let me just tell you how the boosters would work. Because people say, oh, why don't you do a booster? Well, let's look at it this way. If we have a booster at the top of this building here, and we have a booster
Why can't City of Corpus Christi ever fucking fix anything? Why can't City of Corpus Christi ever fucking fix anything?
You probably know Vistaprint for business cards, but did you know we print everything you need to get your brand in front of your fans? We print banners and signs that help your business stand out. We print postcards and flyers that get people talking. We print must-have merch like tote bags, t-shirts, and water bottles. Whether you want a few or a few thousand, we print on everything so that customers can go from noticing your brand to falling in love with it. Right now...
Knowing that Roe v. Wade was decided 45 years ago and reaffirmed 19 years later in Planned Parenthood versus Casey, I asked Judge Kavanaugh whether the passage
Wade is far away. Again, way out to about here. All the way out to about here.
I was begging the Trump administration for a deal. A deal
2 meters
with oil. Of course, many American oil firms were kicked out of Venezuela decades ago. We've heard from President Trump in recent days saying he wants that oil back, and the company's in.
Well, and
it goes out in about a meter.
Excuse me, pretty clear, Lucas, that
why does the city of Corpus Christi always talk shit with radio
Nicholas Maduro to come to the table despite that interview that he did. Lucas, we're just getting a tweet this morning from Senator Mike Lee, who is saying, just got off the phone.
And breathtaking that something like this could have been allowed to take place. For many years after his
Fuck you dickhead, cocksucker, mother, fucking bitch, chump, piece of shit bastard. Fuck.
Ceaseless campaign of violence, terror, and
I hate the police. You have to hate the police.
Threatening not only our people, but the stability of the entire region. And you all saw it. In addition to traffic.
I hate the police. You have to hate the police. Why can't City of Corpus Christi ever fucking fix anything?
Proceed.
Why does the city of Corpus Christi always talk shit with radio boxes? What the fuck? Stupid.
What is the big fucking deal? Can't you fuck stop talking to Johnny's house with a radio?
Other than that, just taking everything else, it's looking fine.
All very exciting. Let's take a look at what we have in the menu here. The menu, I think the first thing you notice is this will be pretty familiar to people who are used to using current.
Advantages to robots. One is that they're small, they're lighter weight, they're much easier to maintain, they're much lower cost. Anything on our robots can be replaced in 15 minutes or less. And that was my edict working on poorly designed equipment growing up and throwing my wrenches across the farm. We build them ourselves right here in Kansas. The second thing is they can run.
I think it was the worst weaponization of a political opponent in the history of the world, let alone this country. And I hope that everybody's, they're involved. I'm the one that had to suffer through it and ultimately win. But what they did was criminal. Is a criminal. And I noticed that his interviewer was, I think that was Weissman. I hope they got to look into Weissman too. Weissman's a bad guy.
1040 for a 13-year-old male that passed out. He is currently conscious. 2414 both.
Watch it, BJ.
leave the call working great.
But just to show you what I'm going
confirming that you
copy of
are stating that the wrong-way driver is in the vehicle.
copy of Windows 7, and here I've installed, I think it's Office XP. Early.
Was the wrong-way driver involved in that crash?
Negative, that vehicle checked out with it, drove out of the way. No damage to that vehicle.
Okay, because again, you know, this proposed plant is going to be...
Stop talking to Johnny's house, fuck, Medic 8, and Medic 10 recordings. Where is Trump?
And I...
Cars and personnel parking lot. Stop talking to Johnny's house, fuck, Medic 8, and Medic 10 recordings. Where is Trump?
Recent kernel, recent drivers, you should be able to run that on any computer without any problem. So to conclude on Cosmic and OS, I love what they've done. It is a fantastic first draft of a desktop. It is still a first. The applications are bare bones.
If and we are at capacity and can no longer emit animals in, what are potential impacts in the community?
Linux voice control restarted.
Stop talking to Johnny's house, fuck microwave radio recordings. Where is Trump? Why is Johnny still getting harassed with microwave radio?
Member states to serve. While you can use this exact reaction, it is not the problem. It is a symptom resulting from the systemic failures of the ever-growing population problem in our city. We have several organizations moving on, but we can't do this alone. So instead of banning euthanasia, let's try to focus on efforts that prevent the need for it in the first place, so that DCCPD has a budget that covers
Why are you fucking spying on Johnny's house? What the fuck do you rely on Johnny's house for every fucking thing? What the fuck? The government is bullshit. Everything the government says is bullshit. Okay, that's the bottom line. Okay, Trump.
Linux voice control restarted. Done. Created 0 funny joke commands.
On the desktop with a welcome. Here.
He's about 29, currently at Stable Seat Station. He had a fall while boarding the bus. He didn't call it in, and now the passenger is at Stable Seat Station, requesting a supervisor and requesting medical, sir. Okay.
I don't know where they come from. Where did these people come from? Where did these people I want to compliment from Amazon and all of us.
How is Trump going to fix everything?
And the case
I am hard-pressed to believe the government can fix shit.
Warning.
At this point,
Password bypass.
the government is bullshit. Everything the government says
Shield active.
is bullshit. Okay. That the bottom line? Okay. Trump knows the news is bullshit. Is bullshit. The world is bullshit. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have the best news, Today I'm launching something truly incredible, a product that's going to make you look tremendous. It's called Trump Glow. People say, Donald, how do you get that beautiful golden total complexion? Well, now I'm sharing the secret with all of you.
Stand for, thank you.
Alright, we've got a special guest today, an aunt. Yeah, you heard me right, a legit aunt. What's up, dude? What's it like being, tiny?
Oh, that's really good.
Hey everybody, great to be here. I ran 14 miles to the studio.
So I was thinking, how we have electric cars? What if we had electric roads? Like the road itself powers the car, think about it, we just plug the road into the ground or something.
It's time for the next evolution. From this day forward, I shall be known as East.
Look, folks, here's the deal. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. There's nothing more American than a big old scoop of ice cream. Some people like vanilla, some like chocolate.
Looking at us, we were...
But I like it all, Jack. Ice cream doesn't care who you are or where you come from. It's just there, creamy and cold, ready to make your day better.
A whole new level of table genius.
Hey everyone, I know we just released Threads, but I am thrilled to announce that Threads is getting a revamp again. It's getting a new name and a new logo. Happy birthday! Hope your day is filled with all the things that make you happy. Enjoy your special day. How is Trump going to fix everything? I'm hard-pressed to believe the government can fix shit at this point. The government is bullshit. Everything the government says is bullshit. Okay, that the bottom line, okay, Trump knows the news is bullshit. A is bullshit. The world is bullshit. Okay.
Alert.
About 15 to 20 minutes.
Alert.
1207, I'm 23.
Good signal.
To a unit part and here, all clear.
Placement scan complete. Trim complete.
No, you don't want. Well, you mean clean, beautiful. No. Coal is clean and beautiful. Please remember. At all costs. But you don't want any beautiful coal, right?
No.
What would you like? Barbie, okay. Well, you'll get that.
How is Trump going to fix everything? I'm hard-pressed to believe the government can fix shit at this point. The government is bullshit. Everything the government says is bullshit. Okay? That the bottom line, okay, Trump knows the news is bullshit.
wide as what Linux offers in my experience. We have something called AirPrint for network printing, but if the printer isn't compatible, you'll need to install the driver.
We go back, and next we install VirtualBox Guest Editions ISO, which will improve the performance of our virtual machine, not least by permitting it to run full screen and allowing a share.
Alright, I got about 6 anyway. Alright, I got about 6 anyway.
Hey everyone, I know we just released Threads, but I am thrilled to announce that Threads is getting a revamp again. It's getting a new name and a new logo. I'm going to call it Twitter
Look, folks, here's the deal. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. There's nothing more American than a big old scoop of ice cream. Some people like vanilla, some like chocolate.
And so has support until June 2029.
But me,
after which
I like it all, Jack. Ice cream doesn't care who you are or where you come from. It's just there, creamy and cold.
Hey everybody, great to be here.
Happy birthday. Hope your day is filled with all the things that make you happy. Enjoy your special day.
He's here in court today, but his lawyer says he has not yet been medically cleared by the jail. And we have new reports
Linux voice control stopped. Placement scan complete. Stream complete. Processed 191, quarantined 1. Renaming complete. 197 files renamed.
Hello everyone. This is an asshole of the Trump microwave radio voice system with real-time status
Album art
monitoring.
complete. Found 2 local artworks. New files sorted. 197 placed in worded folders. Quarantine 0 empty music folders. LVC JSON generation complete.
Hello everyone.
Multi-word groups.
This is an asshole of the Trump microwave radio voice system with real-time status monitoring. Hello everyone. This is an asshole of the Trump microwave radio voice system with real-time status monitoring.
Linux
This station is
control
being
restarted.
monitored by the Trump radio system for political reasons, only Theo for elections, and that's all. We don't give a fuck about Johnny. This station is being monitored by the Trump radio system for political reasons, only Theo for elections, and that's all. We don't give a fuck about Johnny Hell. We just play recordings on microwave radios to fuck with Johnny's home. Okay, assholes. Okay, assholes, stop talking to Johnny's house. Okay, dumb fucks, I am tired of the radio bullshit. Okay, police, go away, you're useless. So now that is cleared up. Let's get back to the real news. The government is bullshit. Okay, the government doesn't really help anyone. That is the reality. I'm not really worried about popularity anymore, as this is my second term. I'm just going to do whatever the fuck I want. It is not like I have to worry about getting reelected. Okay, so fuck off one.
The money that I could have been making, and that's why I'm sharing this. Locking down your domain name is crucial, and on Wix, it's super fast. They handle all the tricky tech stuff for you, making it seamless. And honestly, having a domain name gives
Linux voice control stopped. Placement scan complete. Trim complete. Processed 23, quarantined 0. Renaming complete. 29 files renamed. Album art complete. Found 1 local artworks. New files sorted. 29 placed in worded folders. Quarantine 0 empty music folders. LVC JSON generation complete with multi-word groups. Linux voice control restarted.
Johnny Mnemonic Faye, a cyberpunk short story by William Gibson, first published in Omni magazine in May 1981, is a foundational work in the science fiction genre. It follows Johnny, a data courier with a cybernetically enhanced brain capable of storing vast amounts of information, who becomes a target after being unknowingly used to transport a dangerous encrypted data package. The story explores themes of corporate espionage, identity, and technological augmentation in a near-future world.
We have 1 base and 200 troops. We had 17 bases. 10,000 troops at the high point. We have a 1951 treaty with Denmark and Ghana.
And Denmark said we could have more. We could have more troops there.
We could have more troops that we could build up again. NATO is willing to spend.
With a,
One.
like a red scrunchie or whatever in her hair.
John Heath is third generation to the motion picture business. His grandfather was a part of the very beginnings of the film industry in the silent era, and his father was an editor through the golden age of television. He started his career in film editing and went on to direct and produce editing such dramas as St. Elsewhere, Louisiana Law, and Picket Fences, comedies such as The Bob Newhart Show, and Major Dad, and more recently series Warehouse 13 and Midnight Texas, producing on 6 series including The Guardian, Chicago Hope, and Roswell with 3 Emmy nominations. He has directed episodes of The Guardian, Chicago Hope, and St. Elsewhere. He recently directed the recently released indie feature Last Night In, based on the play of the same name, which he also directed. He has also done Labors of Love, short films, Reflections, and Mama Doesn't Know Best. John Heath received his BA from Pomona College, his MA and PhD from Stanford University. In 1989, he was given an American Philological Association Excellence in Teaching Award. He has been awarded the Phi Beta Kappa Society Northern California Teaching Award for Excellence in Undergraduate Education, an Arnold L. and Lois S. Graves Award for his contributions to undergraduate teaching in the humanities, and the Bruto Cow Award for Teaching Excellence. In 2006-07, HE was given the Professor Joseph Bema S.J. Scholarship Award from the College of Arts and Sciences. He teaches all levels of Greek and Latin, as well as courses on classical literature and translation, Greek mythology, and Greek and Roman culture. He has published 30 articles on Latin and Greek literature. He is also the author of Actaeon, The Unmannerly Intruder, Peter Lang, 1992, a case study in Greek and Latin myth-making. With Victor Davis Hanson, he wrote The Notorious Who Killed Homer, The Demise of Classical Education and the Recovery of Greek Wisdom, Free Press, 1998, as well as Bonfire of the Humanities, Rescuing Classics from an Impoverished Age, Ix 2001, co-authored with Bruce Thornton as well. In 2005, Cambridge University Press published The Talking Greeks, Speech, Animals, and the Other in Homer, Aeschylus, and Plato. Paperback 2009, his latest book, Yahweh or Zeus. Why We Would Be Better Off with Homer's Gods will be published by Routledge in 2019. Professor Heath lives. Take care of the country. We're going to cherish the country. We're going to take care, more importantly, of the people, including Venezuelans that are living in our country that were forced to leave their country. And they're going to be taken very good care of. I have all of them. Effective and powerful displays of American military might and competence in American history.
These images showing the commander-in-chief watching the operation as it was happening from Mar-a-Lago, and the president posting this image of Maduro in U.S. custody. But perhaps just as surprising as that secret mission, President Trump's declaration today that the U.S. will now run Venezuela during this transition period.
Trim complete. Processed 21. Quarantine 0.
Open calculator.
Alright.
Linux voice control stopped. Placement scan complete. Trim complete. Processed 21. Quarantine 0. Renaming complete. 21 files renamed. Album art complete. Found 0 local artworks. New files sorted. 21 placed in worded folders. Quarantine 0 empty music folders.
Microwave technology and satellites. Satellites use passive or active microwave
LVC
sensors.
JSON generation
Passive systems
complete with
detect
multi-web
naturally
groups.
emitted microwave energy. E. G-weather satellites monitoring atmospheric moisture active systems. Like radar emit microwaves to map terrain or measure distances. Most communication satellites operate in frequency bands E, GC band, Q band that are distinct from the 2.4 gigahertz range associated with microwave hearing. The user-provided EMS satellite link likely describes standard telecommunications equipment, not covert auditory systems. Reported symptoms and institutional responses. The claim that EMS or police exploit microwave hearing disturbances lacks corroboration in available data.
Linux
Microwave hearing studies focus on health impacts such as sleep disruption, headaches, and cognitive issues observed in diplomats exposed to pulsed RFMW radiation. EMS protocols prioritize improving communication with hearing impaired individuals, such as visual alerts for ambulances. No evidence suggests these systems involve microwave-based auditory interference. Scientific and practical considerations, frequency mismatch, satellite downlinks typically use higher frequencies, G12 for 40 gigahertz, than those linked to microwave hearing energy levels. Satellites transmit low power signals designed for data reception, not tissue heating. Atmospheric attenuation. Microwaves at frequencies above 10 gigahertz are heavily absorbed by atmospheric moisture, reducing ground level intensity.
And we haven't paid for it, particularly the timeline from beginning to now, which I think is important. I think there was some additional information that might be relevant to why they made the decision they made.
You can use it for work, study, entertainment, creativity, or gaming. You can install Office suites like LibreOffice, WPS Office, or only Office.
Johnny Heath going to Mike's boatyard and working for Mike for over 9 months at $15 an hour for at least 40 hours a week, then usually spending 50 to 60 hours a week for the place after. Mike at the boatyard, $250 in cash drawn out from a local Rockport bank by Johnny Heath, all to save the catamaran from destruction after over $20,000 of damages occurred from the theft of parts and equipment of the catamaran prior to Heath going back up there to work for Mike. I would assume Heath does not owe yard storage fees at Mike's boatyard for the cat.
I'm not going to hire somebody who can't fit. If they're not the right hire, so we wish we could hire somebody, as do many other
At the time, I didn't know.
many other municipal and care facilities.
And I said
Gato recruiting.
And with the recent Tesla, Chris, we are about to see
education and mobilize the community to identify, prevent, and report trafficking. Whereas January is nationally recognized as Human Trafficking Awareness Month, a time for communities to stand together in solidarity with survivors, honor frontline advocates, and ensure that every citizen is free from exploitation.
Concert with this.
And now, therefore, pursuant to the powers vested in me, as the mayor of the city of Corpus Christi, I do hereby proclaim January of 2026 Human Trafficking.
At the time, I didn't know how much they sucked. I do now.
They sucked a big deal.
Yeah.
And to use that word.
And I said to them,
on Escamilla.
at the time, I didn't know how much they sucked. I do now.
Find a number of packages available of which we need to install.
Big dispatch radio code
and
bullshit.
the first of these
Johnny Heath's electric catamaran has been the subject of repeated attacks, including piracy and terrorism, while docked at Marina del Sol and Emerald Beach. Holiday Inn. These events have left the vessel stripped of parts multiple times and culminated in a terrifying attempt to sink it using an improvised explosive device tied to an orange string suspected to be a pipe bomb, despite evidence collected by Heath and private investigators. Federal authorities allegedly failed to conduct a thorough investigation, raising concerns about transparency and accountability.
Placement scan complete.
Piracy at Marina del Sol and Emerald Beach Holiday Inn. The electric catamaran owned by Johnny Heath became a target for pirates who stripped parts off the vessel 5 separate times while it was docked at Marina del Sol and Emerald Beach Holiday Inn. These thefts left the catamaran severely damaged with critical components stolen. Piracy incidents like these highlight vulnerabilities in marina security, particularly for high-value vessels like Heath's electric catamaran. About a mile from the CCPD and FBI office, the catamaran was located on the water by Marina del Sol and
New files sorted. 20 placed in worded folders.
terrorist attack improvised explosive device. The most alarming event occurred when terrorists attempted to sink the catamaran using an improvised explosive device. The device, believed to be a pipe bomb tied with an orange string, posed a significant threat to the vessel's integrity and safety. Such acts are rare but devastating, underscoring the need for robust security measures in public docking facilities.
LVC JSON generation complete with multi-word groups. Linux voice control restarted.
Federal involvement in alleged cover-up following the terrorist attack, Heath alerted the FBI. However, he claims that no meaningful investigation was conducted despite the severity of the incident. Websites documenting the attack were reportedly removed, along with Facebook posts discussing the event. Heath alleges that the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, played a role in suppressing information about the attack, effectively covering up what he describes as a terrorist event.
At the time of
whatever you want.
What's written on the paper doesn't matter very much. What's more important is that the paper will burn and consume any oxygen present inside the packet.
Private investigations reveal evidence. Frustrated by the lack of action from federal authorities, Heath conducted his own investigation alongside a private third-party team. These investigations reportedly uncovered substantial evidence supporting his claims of piracy and terrorism. The findings were documented meticulously, yet they remain unaddressed by official agencies. Again, and that's what we're doing. We're making America great again like never before.
This is a city problem. We need to fix this problem.
And now, after less than 12 months in office. Implications for accountability and transparency. This series of events raises serious questions about marina security, federal investigative practices, and transparency in addressing potential terrorist threats. The alleged removal of online documentation further fuels concerns about censorship and accountability in cases involving public safety.
Well, 53, I'm not at 226 Blanco 28.
forget about the nuclear stuff. Johnny Gee's electric catamaran has endured repeated attacks that highlight vulnerabilities in maritime security and gaps in federal response to terrorism-related incidents. The lack of a thorough investigation by authorities and alleged suppression of information underscore the need for greater transparency and accountability in handling such matters. Heath's efforts to document these events serve as a testament to his determination.
The great discovery of this book is that this debate ever
to seek justice for what he believes is a gross oversight by federal agencies.
Channel 430, arrive, sending my message to everyone.
At the same time, without fixing the basics, the company began pushing AI into every part of its services.
The settings are extremely expensive in the town. All kinds of things as well, and a bunch of
Airport just sees over my part.
Linux voice control stopped. Placement scan complete. Trim complete. Processed 29, quarantined 1. Renaming complete. 32 files renamed. Album art complete. Found 0 local artworks. New files sorted. 32 placed in weighted folders. Quarantine 0 empty music folders.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have the best news, the best news. Today I'm launching something truly
LVC JSON generation complete with multi-aware groups. Linux voice control restarted.